So yesterday we talked about talent. And I said that today we're going to talk about how to discover your talent. To do this, you have to have the mindset of a miner, like somebody who's excavating for gold or oil. When they start the excavation, they know that there is oil or gold in the ground, and they're just digging till they find it. It is amazing how many people do not believe they have any talent. We all are born with certain things occurring naturally in us. Again, I talked about it yesterday, how you think, how you see things, how you interact with people. Anything that comes to you naturally is a talent. So the question is, how do you discover those talents? In my work as a career coach, I find that many people actually use their talents, but they just don't recognize that thing as a talent because it's something that comes naturally to them and it's just the way they are. And that's sometimes the problem. The way to discover your talent is one, I'm going to talk about two things: introspection and using assessments. I like to start with introspection because no assessment should ever tell you who you are. An assessment should affirm or confirm something about you, but it shouldn't tell you who you are because nobody or nothing should know you better than you. Should, okay? So let's talk about introspection. I tell people to think back to how they were between age 1 and 10. I call that the age of innocence. And this is so important because as children, we interact with our environment based on how we are wired. You have to remember this, that talents are neural paths that were formed in our brain while we were in the womb. So we come out as kids wired a certain way and we interact with our environment based on how we are wired. And as children, that interaction happens often in the form of play. Yes, the way a child plays and plays consistently is often an indicator of how they are wired. So I tell people to think back to how they were between age 1 and 10. How were you as a child? What games did you like to play? How did you interact with people? Think about it. If you have the privilege and luxury and still having your parents alive or older siblings, ask them. You'll be amazed what you start to find out about your life as a child. Were you the very talkative child? Were you the very inquisitive, curious child? Were you the one who was always tinkering with things and trying to figure out how things work? Or were you the one who liked to play with color, always painting, always drawing? Or the one who was always pulling people together, being the boss or the leader of kids? So many things we do as children manifest our sparks of talents. So one, introspection. And two, use assessments. Now, there are many assessments out there, and they are fantastic assessments, but a lot of them focus on personality. Your personality is a slice of how you are wired. Yes, your personality is a part of you, and our personalities come naturally to us, but there is a bigger spectrum of abilities that we have that one assessment cannot fully identify. As a career coach, I use the Highlands Ability Battery because I found that it gives a broader spectrum, not just personality, but how I problem solve, whether I like to work with my hands or whether I like to work hands-on, if I'm a linear thinker, if I'm a logical thinker, if I'm a big picture thinker. There's so many things it brings out that most assessments out there don't. And the Highlands Ability Battery is based on the Johnson O'Connor Foundation Research Model. Assessments help you identify how you are wired. You fill out either you're responding to questions or you're working on things that show you how you process information, the things that come to you naturally. And the assessment should affirm or confirm something you already know. Affirm something you've experienced and you think, oh, this might be something that I do, or it confirms something that you do but you never realized was a talent. The combination of introspection and assessments helps you solidify, oh wow, these are my natural abilities. That is how you discover your talents. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about what I call the paradox of talents, the beauty of average. Have a good day. I will see you tomorrow.